Hey everyone, Aaron Trevino here, and we are back in Houston, Texas. We are in the Acres Homes neighborhood, an up-and-coming neighborhood here. As you can see right behind me is a new construction duplex. We're going to take a look around with the lender/builder. He's going to talk a bit about the construction process, taking down the land, how to do a sort of new construction build like this, and he's going to talk about Airbnb arbitrage, right? You know, a few of his potential exit strategies and what he ended up going with. So if you're interested in new construction, y'all, let's take a look inside and talk to the developer, y'all.
All right, hi guys, I'm Lavon Woods, licensed loan officer with HK Lending. I'm also now a new builder, I guess. This is my project, 1021 Calvin Avenue, and I'd love to show you kind of what we did here, the end results, and maybe talk a little bit about the process. So come and follow me. This is a duplex, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath duplex that we built from the ground up. My whole strategy with real estate right now is all about building ground up multi-unit properties. So I started with the least amount of resistance with duplexes, because in Houston they allow you to build duplexes and they're considered single family homes. So you know, we decided to build duplexes in various close areas to downtown Houston, and we decided to use the exit strategy of long-term hold on these properties and you know, and rent them on Airbnb and short-term rental websites. So because I'm a lender, I'm able to understand kind of the lending process of going from, you know, acquiring land and getting through construction. So I thought, why not put those skills to use and build a project. And it's been a long journey. I mean, I've learned a lot, you know, a lot of mistakes, a lot of ups and downs, but we've gotten some pretty good results from what we've done here. So, you know, we started with looking for what are some of the hot areas around Houston that were, you know, up and coming and developing. And, you know, we ended up, my wife and I, we ended up investing in originally in the Sunnyside area, which is kind of considered medical center south, I guess you would call it now. And it's like over there near the NRG Stadium, football stadium of Houston. And we were investing all the way from California. So what we did was we found a builder at that time, and we stumbled upon this builder because we were trying to buy a duplex, and we got outbid at the time. This was like back in 2019. And then I ended up asking the realtor, like, how did you find this, or how did you, who built this property is what I asked the realtor. And she happened to say that she was the builder. So I said, why don't you just build me one of these? Just tell me what it'll cost. And she ended up giving me the cost for it, and I went to work trying to figure out how to finance it and get it going. So I ended up paying her as my builder to build a duplex for me, and I ended up shadowing her. So I had to figure out the whole process of how it works. So I ended up just going and trying to find a piece of land. I didn't have the capital up front, so I also leveraged business credit in order to do this. I went and got business credit cards and stuff like that and bought the land using those credit cards, which is a really amazing technique that I like to teach other people, because not using your personal credit will save your personal credit. Using business credit will allow you to kind of have a bit of a risk-free investment because it's all under your business name. So I ended up doing that. I bought the land, the builder gave me a price, she built the property, and I just shadowed her throughout the whole process. And eventually I learned kind of the general steps of what it would take in order to build a property in Houston. So, you know, we got that built. We got it listed on the market as a rental actually at the time. Found tenants right away. It was a really awesome plan, similar to this plan here that we ended up building a second version of. And you know, it was a big hit. So after that, I ended up refinancing, almost like a burst strategy, and taking my money out and look for the next area to invest. And at the time, the next area was kind of Acres Homes, is what I saw was up and coming, because Sunnyside was starting to get really expensive. So I ended up looking in Acres Homes and found this fairly cheap lot towards the end of 2020, I think it was. And one of the strategies I like to tell people now is try to find a lot that's wider than it is deeper, because then you can try to split that lot up and do multiple projects. So I was able to find a pretty cheap lot here, ended up clearing it, and did something called a replat to where I could split the lot and do 2 projects. And there was nothing like that in this area, so what I decided to do was just build the same duplex that I already got a builder to build for me. I used the same architect so that I could use the same plans, put it on this lot, and it didn't fit. So I had to make the architect adjust it to make sure it fit, because I just wanted to do something that was familiar so that I could go through the process based on what I'd already seen done, so that it wasn't a struggle. So it still ended up being a struggle, but you know, we ended up you know, getting the plans adjusted for this lot. And we went through the whole process of submitting plans to the city. On my own, I ended up just figuring it out, just YouTubing stuff, Googling stuff, and then reaching out to some people in the community that would answer a few questions for me. You know, guys like Tyrone McDaniels and some other people that were, you know, willing to just answer some questions, and just also just asking people down at the city, like, what, you know, what do I need to do here? And every step of the way, I would ask the contractor, okay, so what's next? What are you gonna do next? Or who comes after you, or whatever. And I was not embarrassed to ask the question. They were like, oh, is this your first project or something? I'm like, yeah. I'm trying to figure it out as I go. So, you know, I'm just that type of person. I guess I just try to figure it out and try to get to my end goal any means necessary. So we ended up getting through that process. And, you know, we ended up selling this project off market. We got it built after going through all the hoops of going through inspections and figuring out, you know, what mistakes we had made and what we needed to correct. We got this project done, and here we are. So we sold this off market, and now we're getting ready to do another duplex that's a little bit different on the other lot that we split off from this original one. And this one we ended up selling for the highest in the area. And one of the things I did in order to, because I didn't want to sell it originally, I wanted to keep it, but I needed to repay an investor that I had brought in on this deal in order to finish this project. I needed to pay back that investor, so I ended up exiting and selling this property. And then I told the buyer, I was like, if you're looking for a tenant, we can help you find a tenant. And I was like, well, it occurred to me, why don't I just rent it back from that buyer and just arbitrage it, just give that a shot. So we ended up renting it back, signing a lease with a clause in there that we could sublease it. And now we put this on Airbnb, and you know, we've already started getting bookings. So it's been awesome. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of risky to do the arbitrage versus owning and doing short-term rental, because you don't have the tax write-offs and the tax benefits, but you know, we're gonna give it a shot, because any spread there that we make, we'll get to pocket and keep. So this is the end result, and you know, if anyone's looking to do something like this, definitely feel free to reach out. I'm on Instagram, LDubCEO, and you can find me on, you know, other channels as well online. I'm on Twitter as well with the same handle. So I'll be glad to help out and share any insights or any knowledge that I can share. So this is a smaller size duplex. However, the layout is very suitable for a short-term rental. I mean, we have all the amenities like dishwasher, you know, upgraded appliances, and we did a lot of these upgrades because we get the wow factor on websites like Airbnb and VRBO. We've had tons of visitors comment and talk about how much they love the unit, and we pretty much stay booked year round because of the level of quality. So yeah, we might have spent a little bit more for a higher in countertops, appliances, but it's all worth it in the end when guests come to stay. And then we furnish it, you know, pretty nice, and try to come up with some sort of cohesive design that would kind of set us apart in the area. You know, so I think people would love staying here with all these different amenities of full kitchen, you know, coffee bar, full fridge, washer and dryer in the unit, and all that good stuff, instead of staying at a hotel. and then you have 3 full bedrooms and a back patio as well, and 2 bathrooms. So just wait until you guys see the actual master bath, then you'll probably really want to stay here. So let's see it. So this is our first bathroom here. We kind of did a feature shower. And then we have, with short-term rentals, the more beds that you have, the better. The more guests are allowed to stay, that equals to more dollars. And then we ended up doing a pretty large kind of wash closet here, upgraded appliances for guests to wash. And also this helps our cleaners to be able to clean linens and stuff like that during a turn. And then we have a locked closet too, where we keep a lot of our supplies. And then we have double beds in here just to make more space for more people to stay. And this is kind of our selling point, the Grand Master that's really decked out and has a really large bathroom with a separate shower and soaker tub. So this is a big hit, especially with a lot of ladies visiting to Houston and the proximity we are to Houston, with them being able to go out and experience the Galleria, downtown, and we're not too far from George Bush Airport as well. What's important to remember too are little touches when you're doing your short-term rentals that people comment about and leave in your reviews. We leave makeup towels, little things like Q-tips and stuff like that. That type of stuff goes a long way with guests. And then we also put TVs in here, and we put YouTube. We subscribe to YouTube TV, HBO Max, all that good stuff, just for guests that might want to, it helps them feel more at home when they have access to that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, this has been an amazing project. It took a lot of effort to get to this point, and we're proud of it. So if you're looking to build your portfolio from the ground up with all these high prices that are out here in the market, and you have a piece of dirt, you have some land that you want to develop, definitely give it a shot. I mean, one of the things I'd like to do is kind of coach people on how to get from dirt to exit or to a final product. And that's kind of a passion of mine, so I definitely would love to see more people build, because there's a building shortage or construction shortage in America right now with the amount of homes that are available. So why not build something from the ground up? I mean, it'll take some capital to get started, but utilize techniques like getting business credit or trying to get partners involved and build something from the ground up. Give it a shot. It's not as scary as you may think it is.
Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Hope y'all got some value out of that. I sure did. Definitely hearing a bit about new construction duplexes here in Houston, rental arbitrage, Airbnb, and kind of a lot of the strategies that Lavon uses. And if you're looking to work with him, or if you're looking to get more info about new construction here in Houston, his information will be in the description of the video. So let us know what you think, y'all. Are you building in Houston? Are you wanting to build in Houston? Or just let us know what you think of the video. So like, share, and subscribe, y'all, and we will talk to you next time.